YouTube, this is Kevin for the Cyber Zero channel. Today I'm going to do a video on Project Krone, finally, from Cinderella Girls. This is post-ban list, so, and goes with that, and then, well, just because of it, it's been delayed because I needed to fill in slots and do a lot of testing to make sure I got the most optimum build I can make. So yeah. This build is pretty cheap, so you can probably build it under 75, give or take, so yeah. And I really like to run it against pretty high tier builds. And then, yeah, we'll start with 3 Mage Heroes. What she does is she can assign something 1k at the start of your opponent's attack phase, and then her sub ability is you tap her, pay 1, damage yourself 1, you search out a Krone character. So she serves as my Miria, so I can run something else. Also, I'm running her at 3 because she's a back row character primarily, and I run a Brainstorm that's pretty important, and also the 2-1 assist that I will show is pretty crucial too. So that's why she's only at 3 for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next is 2 Anyas. I don't have Arisu, so this is my fill-in for Arisu. She gets 15 if there are 2 or less in stock, and she's an on-field 1k booster, where or 1k counter on field. Because if what it is when your opponent front attacks into something, you can sack her, give the character in battle 1k. So yeah, she's pretty useful. Also, the namesake of Krone is used importantly in this deck. So, as I said before, if you have Arisu, you can pretty much replace her with Arisu. Next, I'm running 2 Krone as my choice. I've been probably through this a lot, so what it pretty much does is you have the option to grab a climax when you look up to the type 4. If you pick up a climax, you discard 1. If you don't, you can just do it. You can pay out nothing. So this is a pretty free card to get in your damage or prevent potential damage and get closer to refresh. Also, putting Project Krone in the waiting room is very important in this deck. So I'm running at 2. You can get away with 3 if you really rely on that effect. So yeah. For something to take out for the 3rd Krone is the choice is the tech of the Shimikai clone, Arena. I really like her because she gives 5 per when you swing with her, and then she's pretty much a good card to get over things. If there's like a floater at level 1 or whatever, you can use her to get over things. So that's all my blues for level 0. Next, I'm running 4 Rikas, Doki Doki runners, what I called her. She's a mill runner that's pretty important in this deck, and I believe the hit to Rin Asuza was a big factor in me putting her at 4, because I used to run her at 3. Now there's a little bit more space to put her at put this one at 4. So yeah. Also, yeah, you can also have the same argument to running more Koames too. So whatever works for you. But she's very good in putting putting Project Krone into the waiting room, or having your other cards do it for you. It's pretty much one more closer to having the potential of putting that climax in the waiting room, which is pretty essential in this deck. Next, I'm running 2 Yuki Himikawa's from CG1. She's very good in this deck. What she does, you pay 1, you ditch 1. If you you pretty much swap climaxes from your hand in your waiting room. So you need either or. It depends on what stage of the game you are in. You are, and she's pretty awesome. I really do think she was made for this deck more than anything else. So next, I'm running 3 of the Meme Lord Frederica. What she does is, if you have Project Krone in in the drop zone or waiting room, she gets the ability of tap herself, pay 1 brainstorm, plussing, and her assist ability is straight up 500 in front. So how be known that she could get killed by anything that debuffs 5. Gets you your pieces. And then running 1 Rina, or Miku, sorry, 1 Miku. I don't know how I got that mixed up. But what she does is, you swing with her, and if your opponent cancels, she gets put into stock, and then on play you can ditch a climax, you can salvage a music character. So another way of getting Project Krone, if you had it in hand, into the waiting room, which is pretty good. So that's all my level 0s. To go with this deck, and with the Krone choice, I'm running 4 Minamis. It saves you games, and it wins you games. So yeah, 1500 if you play climax, and then you reverse something, you look at the top 4, and then you assign something to K. So yeah, pretty much what makes the deck work. Next, I'm running 2 Krone days. What she does is, if I swing with her, and if I have 2 or more music characters, she gains 2k. So she's a 7k beater. She's only running at 2 because I don't have space, or the level 1 space is kind of not too great, and I do like the next card better than her, and also she's just 5k on the backswing, so unless she's backed up, if I assign her power or assign her defense with the Mishiro, maybe I can get used to her, but she's only 500 more than Minami on defense, so she's not that great, but as a beater, she's really good. Next is, I'm running 4 Sayakos, because she goes pretty well on offense and defense. It's just, you have to have, what she does is, you have to have a Project Krone in your waiting room for her to get the 4500 boost at the start of either player's attack phase. So, and then she has Hand Encore, which is kind of okay because you're running books, but yeah, you probably do most often than not use Mishiro's buff on her, and you can play counters, and so I'll segue into that. I'm running 2 Konchiki Chin counters, so with these 2, flavorly, they go well. I didn't anticipate that, when I got this deck, but it does work. The Fox and the Amaterasu kind of relationship really works. So I'm pretty happy that this combo sustains your field more than people realize, and yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't made room for a 3rd counter, but if you can find room for a 3rd counter, you can pretty much make that more consistent, like you would run Katori in 765. and just you kind of wall your opponent a little bit. So at level 2, I'm running one Nana, or not Nana, Nina, sorry. One Nina, anti-level stock bomb to deal with anti-levels, or early plays, sorry. Deal with early plays, and it's pretty convenient that she's in yellow, because I'm running a decent number of yellow cards, and it's pretty solid. Next, I'm running my main pull to this build, and Miss Radio Happy Yui. She is the in front. She gives Krone characters 500 and 1 soul, and then you can tap her, pay 1, give a soul to any character. So I usually give 1 soul to the card that's not in front of her, and pretty much swing for big numbers. That's pretty much the main, the main objective is to just swing for the fences, so to say. Yeah. I think 2 is a good number. I don't think you should run anymore because you can it gets a little cloggy. So yeah. And then I'm running 1 my Sakuvas just because it's a good sack counter. Pretty much self-explanatory, really. Yeah. Next, for the level 3s, no surprise here. I'm running 4 Fumis, the boss of the deck, and if your opponent just plays into it, or can't get their refresh, she just straight out punishes people. So what she does is she's a heal on play, and then if you have Project Krone, this climax, you take cards from your opponent's waiting room and you put them back in their deck. The number per Krone character you have. So if you have for each Fumi, it's the maximum total is 15. If you have 5 Krone characters, so 3 Fumi for a board full is 15 cards. So accordingly, if your opponent just refreshed, you probably have a limited number you can do. So plan accordingly. But other than that, you can steal games if you can get a lot of them back in. And then next to dig, I'm playing 1 Yuki from CG2. What she does is you dig up to 3. You pick 1, you send the rest to the waiting room, and then she is, if you can proc her ability, if she reverses something, you can give something a shot. So yeah, it's a pretty much an okay ability to use, but she's really in there for the dig, just in case you don't have a hand at level 3. And then lastly, I'm running 1 early play Rin, just because you get your refresh pretty quickly. I've tested the deck; it's not that bad, but you're kind of limited on how much power she gets, so keep that in mind. Also, 2 Hanakos. You could probably cut the Rin out and play a 3rd Hanako. It's not that bad at all. So, and pretty much as a healer, you play her. And the climax spread is 4 Pants, Everyone's Leader, and 4 Project Krone. 2 of these. I couldn't get my hands on the 3rd foil, so if anyone can help me out, I'd be glad to get the last foil. So yeah, this is a pretty fun one to use. I don't think it's my main though, but it's just something for fun, and this is the deck I use my C91 sleeves on, and it works pretty well. So comment, like, or subscribe. Tell me what you think. Yeah. Thanks for watching.